welcome back to another video. I know it's been a minute since my last YouTube video. If I'm honest, life has been lifing, and I wanted to come on here today and share some of the things that I've been doing recently that has really helped me be consistent with showing up for myself on a daily basis. So I know we talk a lot about healthy habits and having a positive mindset. Those things only make a difference in your life when you show up and implement those things consistently, which is what today's video is all about. I'm sharing with you some of the mindset shifts and habits that I've cultivated to help me show up consistently for myself every day, and as a result see the changes that I want to see within myself and my life. Okay, so before we get into today's video, I want to quickly share with you guys my go-to everyday gold jewelry that I've been wearing recently by Ana Luisa. So right now I am wearing this necklace. I believe this one is called Maria. This is a 14K gold dip necklace, and it has a unique twisted chain link pattern. It gives a very modern touch, I feel. And for earrings, right now I'm wearing these twisted hoops. I believe these are called Paris. They're just this thick twisted gold hoop earrings. They are so pretty. They are also 14K gold, and they really do fit the name. It gives me very Paris chic vibes, especially with the right outfit, and they are super lightweight and comfortable, and I think they go really well with the necklace and jewelry that you might want to wear it with. I also have these double hoop earrings, which I think are so cute. These, I believe, are called Scarlet, and I love wearing these with a more casual look, like when I'm running errands or I'm headed to the coffee shop. These have been my go-to. I'm really loving this brand, not only because they create super cute dainty gold jewelry, which is totally up my alley, but they are also affordable and environmentally friendly, which I think is such a win-win. I just feel like you can never go wrong with simple, cute, dainty jewelry. I think by adding gold jewelry like this, it can really elevate your look. So the team over at Ana Luisa were kind enough to send a coupon code for my viewers. So if you're interested in getting any of the jewelry that I show today or that they have on their website, you can get a discount. Hi guys, editing Jasmine here. I actually told you guys the wrong coupon code while I was filming. The code is Jasmine Shah 10, and you can get 10% off when you use that code at checkout. The code and link will be in the description bar if you're interested. Thank you to Ana Luisa for your support. So the very first thing that I shifted within myself that has really helped me in showing up for myself more consistently is getting rid of an all or nothing mindset. All or nothing thinking is a cognitive distortion, which basically causes people to think in very extreme ways, very much black and white thinking, and not really leaving any gray areas. All or nothing thinking can be very self-sabotaging, very harmful. It can cause us to feel like failures, like we're not doing enough. It can cause us to feel like there's no point in trying. All or nothing thinking can really impact how we show up for ourselves or lack thereof. An example of how my all or nothing thinking used to self-sabotage how I showed up for myself was, for example, let's say I woke up late one morning and I didn't have enough time to do my morning routine like I normally would. My all or nothing thinking would then lead me to feel like there's no point in trying to make today a good day. There's no point in trying to show up for myself, and basically feeling like today was a fail from the get-go and there is no point in trying to make it better or doing my best, when in reality that is not the case. Another example of how all or nothing thinking can impact how you feel and how you show up for yourself is, let's say you had a very busy productive day, but you didn't have time to get in a workout, but other than that you completed everything else on your to-do list. All or nothing thinking tends to focus on the negatives, on what you didn't do, on how you could do better. And while I do think it's important to hold yourself accountable and find ways to improve yourself, I also think it's just as important to give yourself credit when credit is due. So now the mindset that I've chosen to adopt is what I like to call do your personal best mindset. In the book, The 4 Agreements, the author Miguel Ruiz talks about always doing your best. This is one of his agreements. And in the book, he says, your best is going to change from moment to moment. It will be different when you are tired as opposed to well rested. Under any circumstance, simply do your best and you will avoid self-judgment, self-abuse, and regret. So in other words, what he's saying is your personal best is going to look different from day to day, based on how you feel, what's going on in your life, if you got enough rest the night before. Not every day is going to be the same, because not every day will you feel the same. I like to keep this perspective in mind when I'm having a day where maybe I'm not feeling my best, or I didn't get enough sleep, or I am feeling under the weather, or I have a lot going on in my life that is causing me to feel stressed and overwhelmed. With this mindset, I am able to practice more self-compassion. I have more patience with myself, and I'm more understanding with myself. So now with a do your best mindset, instead of giving up on myself or being too hard on myself when things don't go according to plan, I will still do my best to show up for myself. My second tip for showing up for yourself more consistently is creating rituals and routines that work for you and your lifestyle. There are so many variations and versions of morning routines, evening routines, self-care rituals. These habits, these rituals and routines will only make a difference in your life if you show up for them consistently. And a big way to show up for your rituals and your routines consistently is to actually have routines and rituals set in place that you actually enjoy and look forward to. If you genuinely dislike meditating, but you try to implement an hour-long meditation in your morning routine, I promise you will not show up for it, and then as a result you will feel like you're not doing enough or like a failure. Or if you work a 9 to 5 and you have to commute an hour Monday through Friday, and you try to implement a 4-hour long morning routine that you saw a YouTuber do, that probably isn't going to work for you, because your lifestyles are probably very, very different. So the bottom line is to find rituals and routines that work for you, that you enjoy, and that fit your lifestyle. And questions to ask yourself to kind of get you thinking about what rituals and routines could best fit you and work for you are: one, asking yourself, what are some habits that I enjoy and look forward to doing? And what are some habits that I've been wanting to try, or what are some routines that I've been wanting to set in place? What's worked for me is getting inspiration from different sources and different people, and then picking and choosing what I like from each thing. So tip number 3 is to habit stack. Habit stacking has been so helpful in showing up for myself consistently in a very realistic and attainable way. There are many books and articles about habit stacking, but basically the concept of habit stacking is you add a new habit to a habit that you already do. So for example, if you want to add journaling into your morning routine, you want to make it a habit, what is something that you already do every morning? Is it brushing your teeth, making your bed, drinking your lemon water? Whatever it is that you already do, after that one habit, that would be a great place to add your new habit of journaling. So for example, after I brush my teeth, then I will journal. So some tip for getting started with habit stacking is to start small. You want to start with something that's small, manageable, realistic, and very doable, such as 5 minutes of journaling, 5 minutes of meditation. Once you've mastered one habit, I think that's a great time to begin a new one to work on. The last thing you want to do is overwhelm yourself with too many habits and not make any progress at all. Another thing that's been helpful with habit stacking is to know your why. Why are you trying to add the habits that you want into your life? How is it going to improve your life if you do practice and show up for these habits? How will your life be different? How will you be different? How will you feel? What will be the end result when you show up for these habits consistently? So tip number 3 that has been helpful in showing up for myself is creating a self-care toolkit. My self-care toolkit is divided into 3 categories. That is my daily self-care, my weekly self-care, and my monthly self-care. I'm the type of person, if something is not put in my calendar or in my schedule, I will not make time for it, and that includes self-care. I know sometimes we think self-care is just laying around watching TV, and yes, while that can be self-care at times, self-care can also be working out, reading a book, doing a yoga class, scheduling a therapy appointment, and those things require you actually taking action and showing up and doing the thing that you need to do. Having a list of daily, weekly, and monthly self-care practices that I would like to do is helpful when I am planning out my schedule. As I'm creating my calendar for the new week or new month, I take a look at all the things that I have to do, work, responsibilities, things like that, and where I can place pockets of self-care from a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. Here I have my checklist of my daily, weekly, and monthly self-care practices. As you can see, since making this checklist, I've gotten better at actually implementing these practices into my daily life and not just waiting until I'm burnt out or tired or exhausted to then practice my self-care and kind of recharge. My whole perspective or my mindset around self-care is I want to practice self-care to be able to maintain myself so that I can avoid burning out, avoid being overly exhausted and overworked. So tip number 4 in showing up for myself consistently is finding pockets of mindfulness throughout my day. So showing up for yourself doesn't have to take much time at all. 5 minutes here or there can really add up and make such a huge difference. And some ways that I like to do that are having lunch without my phone, without any distractions. I also like to utilize my time when I'm doing more mundane tasks, such as when I'm doing laundry, washing the dishes, picking up around the house. During that time, I will listen to a podcast or listen to an uplifting motivational video in the background. This year, I really made it a goal to take a more slower approach to life. I like to find moments of stillness in between tasks as well. Not only is this helpful in showing up for myself, but by having these reset moments, it allows me to show up for the next task on my to-do list more present, more focused, more energized, because I'm giving myself consistent breaks throughout the day. Okay, so to tie everything together, the tips that have helped me to show up for myself more consistently are: 1, releasing an all or nothing mindset, creating rituals and routines that work for you. 3, habit stacking. And 4, finding pockets of mindfulness and moments of reset throughout your day to avoid burning out and overworking. When you show up for yourself consistently, that is when you will feel and see the changes within you and around your life. And as a final reminder, if you're interested in checking out any of the jewelry that I have or that's on the website, you can get 10% off when you use my code. The links to my jewelry and the website will be in the description bar, so be sure to check that out as well. And I will